Welcome to this week's 5 Minutes of Revelation, and today in those 5 minutes I want to talk to you about the quality of a leader. Because see, leaders have a certain quality that makes them into a leader. And if you look at the Bible, then God picked specific people as leaders. The world probably didn't think that they would be good leaders, but God knew the qualities they had. They knew that those people, even though it might not have looked like it, they had the quality of a leader. And one of the leaders I want to look at today and identify one of the qualities was Moses, because he was a leader. God chose him because Moses had the quality of a leader. See, he wasn't perfect. In no way was he perfect and someone that everyone would look at and say, well, he really is a leader. No, he wasn't like that. But God knew that he had the quality it takes to make him into a leader. See, Moses had the desire to follow God and to protect his people. Moses had the desire. He knew, okay, I will follow God if he tells me to. Wherever he sends me, I will follow God. And that's one of the biggest qualities as a leader. See, Moses, for example, killed the Egyptian because he wanted to protect his people. But that wasn't the right thing. He shouldn't have killed that guy, but his heart was right. He wanted to protect God's people. He had the desire to follow God and stand up for his people. See, Moses followed God without being concerned about what other people would think of him, how they will react or what they will do. See, the last Pharaoh, before the last Pharaoh there was, he wanted to kill Moses because of that Egyptian incident. Moses killed that Egyptian guy, and then the Pharaoh wanted to kill Moses, so Moses had to flee. And then he went away, he fled, and then he was away from Egypt for quite a while. And then, see, that last Pharaoh, he wanted to kill Moses. But then a new Pharaoh came, and then God comes to Moses and tells him, go back, talk to this Pharaoh, and tell him to let my people go. God even told him, I won't let them, Pharaoh won't let them go the first time, but go, talk to him anyway. I will use you to make the Pharaoh let my people go. And I'm sure that Moses thought, well, the last guy wanted to kill me. This guy probably is going to want to kill me too. And Moses said, I'm not even good with speech. I'm not good with convincing people. Why do you choose me? Choose someone else to send that. I am not the guy you're looking for. That's what Moses said to God. But see, God knew that Moses had the quality of a leader. Maybe he wasn't good with words. Maybe he was afraid where he shouldn't have been afraid. But he still had the quality of a leader. And that's why God said in Exodus 3:12, God said to him, don't be afraid, I am with you. I'm going with you. You don't need to be afraid. See, and Moses probably thought, well, if I go now, this guy is probably just going to kill me. But the difference between Moses and most people is that Moses eventually went. He talked to God for quite a while, and it's okay, figure it all out, talk to God, but then eventually just do what he tells you to do. And Moses had this quality, and that's what separates him from so many other people that you think, well, God could have used so many others. No, he couldn't have. He used Moses because he knew Moses had that quality. When God said go, he knew that Moses would go. And that's the quality of a leader. See, it's not being able to sweet talk people. It's not being able to convince people for your cause. It's just doing what others wouldn't do. That's what makes you into the leader, doing what others wouldn't do. All the others probably wouldn't have gone there. They would have been too scared. They would have convinced themselves, well, I'm not the right guy, God, find someone else. But Moses eventually went. And that's the quality of a leader that was in Moses. See, he wasn't concerned about what Pharaoh would think. He sure thought about it, but in the end, he didn't let that convince him. He wasn't concerned about what Pharaoh would think, what his own people, what Moses' people would think. He was just concerned about following God. He just wanted to follow God, and so he did, and that's why God picked him to be a leader. See, and that's why leaders nowadays, they shouldn't be, if you want to be a leader, you shouldn't be concerned about what other people will think. If you so hard try to fit into this world and just do things the way everyone else does, then you will just be one among many and you won't be the leader. You won't develop into a leader. You need to be the one that says, okay, everyone else won't do that. I will go and do that. I won't be concerned about what other people think. I won't be concerned about stating my faith in public, praying in public, laying hands on the sick, talking to my mountain. I won't be concerned about these things. I won't be concerned about what other people think. I will just go and do it. And if you do that, then you develop that quality of a leader. See, and that's leaders of ministry, but also being a leader in your own life, becoming the master of your own life under God's leadership. And that means becoming the head in your life and not the tail. And becoming the head in this world and not the tail. That's what it means to become a leader. To be able to talk to your mountain and have that mountain resolve. To be able to lay hands on the sick and have them recover. That's what it means to be a leader. But to become that, for you to be this kind of leader, you need to develop this quality. You need to develop this leader quality in your life. This quality that Moses had in him. This quality that so many other leaders, great leaders in the Bible and nowadays have in them. You need to develop this quality. When God tells you to do something and everyone else says, that's just not for me, I'm just not going to do it. Whether it's sowing, whether it's reaping, whatever it is, be the one that does it, not being concerned with what other people will think about it. And when you get to this point where you just say, okay, God said it, I'm going to go and do it, I don't care what anyone will think about me, I will just go and do it, then you will become the leader. And all of a sudden you will be ahead of everyone else. And they think, well, how did he get there? Simply by doing what God told you to do and not being afraid, by living out this leader quality. And that's what I want to give to you for the rest of your life. Develop this leader quality in all you do. Always listen to God and then say, whatever you say, I'm going to go and do it. I won't be concerned with what other people think. So take that with you. It will bless you greatly and it will make you the head and not the tail in life. That's where you want to be. You want to develop this leader quality. Take that with you. Be blessed by that. Don't forget to read your chapter a day, and I'll see you again next week.